What's up, boys and girls? It's Tuesday. It's another day, right? So it's May 5th. And that means we are already in May, which means we have about a month and a half left of our online school, right? So let's talk about it. Today we're talking about constant speed, okay? We're talking about constant speed, which is represented by C, okay? And to find constant speed, all we got to do is put distance, represented by D. So I'm saying distance over time. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you number one. All right? So Iman walks from the store to her friend's house 2 miles away. It takes her 35 minutes. So I got 2 miles. And I know that that is the distance, right? 35 minutes. I know that 35 minutes is the time, okay? So for part A, what fraction represents her constant speed? So all you have to do is set up a fraction, just like this. So C equals distance over time. What's the distance? 2 miles. What's the time? 35 minutes. All right, boom. Part A, finished. All right, let's talk about part B. Right? The fraction that represents her constant speed, C, if she walks Y miles in 10 minutes. Okay? So, Y miles. I don't know how far she walked, so I'm calling it Y. And when we do these problems, we like to say that Y is the distance and X is time. Okay? And I know that she walked 10 minutes. And that's the time. So for part B, again, we're just setting up a fraction, okay? So, distance over time, it's just Y over 10. All right, boom. Part B, finished. Part C, write and solve a proportion using the fractions from part A and B to determine how many miles she walks after 10 minutes, okay? So remember, proportion, since we're making a proportional relationship, we're setting it equal to each other. So, 2 over 35 equals Y over 10. Okay? Now, the goal here is to find how many miles that she walked. So we have to solve for Y. So the whole goal of this is to get Y alone. Okay? So how do we get Y alone? Well, Y divided by 10. We have to get rid of this 10. We have to undo it. So since Y is being divided by 10, to get rid of this, I'm going to multiply. Right? Because if you multiply by 10 over 1, remember this cancels out. Right? And we're left with Y. And remember the golden rule. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So I'm multiplying this side by 10 over 1. Okay? So what am I left with? Y equals 20 over 35. Okay? Now, you have to round your answer to the nearest hundredth place, but I need to save some work for you, so I'm just leaving you with this, and you're going to find the decimal, okay? And then finally, part D, write a 2-variable equation to represent how many miles Emma can walk over any time interval. Okay? So, I go back here. I have my first problem, which was 2 miles and 35 minutes, right? 2 miles and 35 minutes. Okay? Now, I'm writing a 2-variable equation, which means I need to make a proportion, and I need to find out how many miles she can walk over any time. Okay? So that means miles over time. I don't know anything. I just know that it's Y over X, right? So since we're looking for miles, right? We're looking for miles. That means we're looking for Y. We're looking for distance. So what does that mean? It means that I have to undo this and I have to get Y alone. So I'm basically doing the same thing I did here, but I'm doing a variable. So how do I get rid of this x over here? I multiply by x. Remember the golden rule, what you do to one, you do to the other. So if I'm multiplying x here, I'm multiplying x here. Okay, these cancel, right? We're left with y, okay? And what's 2/35 times x? You don't have to go crazy because it's just 2/35 x. Okay? If you have any questions, put them in the Google class, put them in the Google Hangout. I'm here for you. I got your back. If you need anything, let me know, okay? Have a great day. Be safe.